Greetings and welcome to another episode of Morrowind Mini-Mod Showcases, where we look at one and only one mod per episode. You know, usually smaller mods that we otherwise wouldn't have time to cover in our main series. And as always, I'm your host, Dark Elf Guy, and today we're going to be taking a look at Houses for Sale by Somesz, a simple buyable home plugin that adds 5 new homes for you to purchase across Morrowind. Now, before we get to the full details of this mod here, you can, of course, as always, find down the links for this house mod down in the video description below. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get things started here. This really isn't a very large mod, but it's one of only a few mods that cater to, providing multiple homes for sale, including 5 new homes that you can buy in a variety of cities around Vvardenfell. And in order to buy each one, you need to go to the outfitted shop in Balmora and buy the key from the NPC behind the counter. These homes really aren't very expensive. They range in price from about 2,000 gold to nearly 4,000 gold, so just about any type of character can afford them. And we're going to be taking a look at each of these homes here, starting with the one in Balmora. And each house is, pretty small. The Balmora residence is basically a one-room flat with a dining area, a desk to study at, a single set of bookshelves for, displaying items, and a bedroom. And while it's a fairly small home, it is, rather cozy looking as well, with a few decorations here and there, but, nothing that would go overboard. And next we're going to be taking a look at the Caldera house, which is a small Nordic-style cottage towards one end of town. And pretty much all these homes are, pretty bare in terms of exterior detailing. And inside you'll find a small, but again, kind of charming and cozy little cottage with a one-room layout, including a roaring fireplace, some, seating and dining space, a bookshelf that you can again use to display items on, and a bed, of course. And essentially all these homes are going to be of a, sort of similar layout. They all have the bare necessities without being massive manors or anything like that. And just moving on, this mod also adds in a small home in Ald-Ruhn, and this is actually probably one of the larger, more expensive properties included here, with a 2-story abode including a basement. So the house here has a bit more, space than some of the other cottages that we've looked at. But again, it strikes me as being fairly cozy looking and pretty much ready to be moved into right away. And anyway, continuing on to our next house on the list here, there's also a new townhouse added to the outskirts of Pelagiad, probably the largest new home included here. And inside you'll find a 2-story home, including a lower level area with a display area, including 2 bookshelves and a table, as well as a roaring fireplace, and this is probably my personal favourite out of this batch of homes here. It's a pretty atmospheric, and I know I'm overusing this word here, cozy. And anyway, upstairs you'll find a bedroom and some storage with only a modest number of decorations. And finally, this mod also adds a new home to Sadrith Mora, and I feel like I should probably mention that this mod does have a pretty high rate of mod conflicts. I know the homes in Sadrith Mora, Pelagiad, Ald-Ruhn, and Balmora are in fairly popular locations where there's dozens of other mods that use the exact same spot, so this mod does have, pretty much guaranteed conflicts with Morrowind Rebirth and a ton of city expansion and overhaul mods, not to mention some quest mods and, so on and so forth. But just moving on, you can see the interior of the Sadrith Mora home here, and again, it's a bit on the small side, but it has all the basic amenities that you might need. And overall, this is a fairly simple yet lore-friendly housing mod that provides a number of nicely finished but small homes for you to purchase across Vvardenfell. And that pretty much wraps up everything for this video, so thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time!